Hey friends, how's it going? I hope y'all are doing awesome. Listen, today we're going to do a country lane. That's what I'm calling it. And it's going to be on watercolor paper. Have you guys watercolored before? Look, I've got to see. Look, let me see here. I'm on Facebook. I'm sorry I have to stretch across here. I wish Facebook would go back to just letting us do the old way we used to do it where we could see all the comments and stuff. Anyway, happy Thursday. I hope y'all are doing awesome. And look, I'm going to use one of our frames from the cutout shop. This is one of my favorites. You can use it for anything. But the first thing we got to do is I'm going to go ahead and chalk on my watercolor paper, and I think this is like 9 by 12. Hey Renee, how's it going? And the reason I want to go ahead and chalk this is because I got to clean the transfer. Hey Lena, hey Janet, I want to clean the transfer in case. I mean, sometimes I put it back on top, like, and go over it again, but I don't know if I'm going to do that today. We'll see. We'll see. How's everybody doing? Oh my gosh, did y'all see all the new fun stuff we got? Now listen, when you are going to chalk on paper, always be sure to fuzz your transfer. You know why? Because they're sticky and reusable. Hey Brenda, hey Colette, hey Crystal. Alright, so I'm going to do like the whole thing in a brown color. Hey Anita. And I'm just going to kind of center it on here. And I don't know if I can do this. I don't want it like looking so perfect on the edges. So we'll see. I may, let me put my frame over here and see. Y'all make those kind of noises when you're crafting. I say, y'all, I'm crazy. Oh, I'm gonna move it. I was gonna move it up or down a little bit. Hey Chris, I hope y'all are doing good. And look, y'all, one of my grandsons, his name is Lane, and I was like, that's a perfect name for this project today, because I don't know if y'all, we lived in the country, and it was down dirt roads. And like my grandma and everybody would say, oh, it's just down the lane. Anyway, so y'all, I haven't used this espresso in a while, so I had to add some distilled water, and you do that just by spraying it with distilled water, and then you stir it. Now, don't let it get so dried out. You won't be happy with yourself. Trust me. Okay. Gotta stir. Hey, Jan. Okay. Y'all, so I'm going to go all over the whole thing. Am I going over the whole thing with this? You know what I'm thinking I may do? I'm thinking I may do the mid section with the brown, because I kind of want to do some blue in the sky. So I don't want it to be brown up there. So let's see. This is Watercolor 101. Here we go. Now listen, when you do use chalk on paper, don't mess around. Go ahead and get it done. And I'll tell you why. You don't want your you don't want it to sit there until your paper gets wet. Does that make sense? And look, I'm not going to go all the way to that outside edge, because, like I said, I'm going to try to make it look like it's like a design all over the whole paper. And y'all, this is stinking easy. And what you're going to find once you're done, you're going to see that it looks very professional. Now, I'm saying all that, and we're not finished with it yet, but I'm going to go ahead and predict all that. Because it is. It is. And I guess those could be mountains right there, but I don't want them to be clouds. I'm kind of acting like Bob Ross today. And there's nothing wrong with that. All right, I'm going to lift this up. Y'all tell me what you've been doing. I cannot see not one comment. There's Marie. I see y'all's name pop up. All right, here we go. We're going to lift it up. And you can see better. Like it looks more like a fence and some flowers and that kind of thing. Now I'm wondering, do I want to... You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and do the brown at the top because I got to thinking that could be branches hanging down. And I can still do blue in the sky. And like I said, it kind of could be mountains. It could be whatever you want it to be. We're rolling with it. Hey, Cindy, how's it going? Y'all, some of y'all I hadn't seen in this new year. It's a new year, 2026. I don't think I've had to write the date yet. Have y'all? I was like, am I going to still be writing 2025? But then I did see a tip on how to do that. Okay, yes, this is perfect. Perfect. Y'all, can you see the scene now? Isn't that pretty? So, so pretty. And look, a lot of y'all last night were telling me that you wanted to see more farmhouse. I'm like, this is farmhouse. As farmhouse as it gets. All right, we're going to go ahead and clean this so it can be drying in case I want to use it again. Normally, I take it to the sink and run my water over it. Hey, Sherry. Sherry says she's new here. Well, we are doing a fun farmhouse scene. We're going to go ahead and clean this. Y'all, these are reusable dozens of times. And I'm just getting the majority off. The majority of the paste. Lane is the key word, L-A-N-E, because it's a country lane. What did I do? What did I do with my... Oh, there it is. Hold up. I still want to get like a majority of this. And I'm going to... Y'all, I like to use these and then I just throw them in the washer. And sometimes they're stained, sometimes they're not. But you're going to see a lot of the paste is already out of it. So you just want to be able to see through the screen so you can reuse it. I'm going to flip this over. This is just one of those dryer mats. Heck, you can get them at Dollar Tree. I haven't used a water eraser yet. I noticed that they were out of stock. But you can use like a soft sponge or do like I'm doing and use one of these. Now I'm going to flip this over again. The reason I do this at my sink is because I feel like it's a whole lot easier. You just run your water and use your sponge. And I do have a secret. Somebody one day said that there are stains. Well, once I clean it, y'all know that it's called Awesome Spray, LA Awesome. Okay, it's clean and ready to reuse. I spray the top of mine and clean it one last time when I'm at my sink. And that is not in the manufacturer's suggested. Like, that's not what chalk tells us to do. What do y'all think about this so far? Isn't that awesome? So I never say that. That's what I do. All right, I'm going to paint this with the same brown, and I'm going to kind of wipe it off. Let me see if I got a dirty brush I can use. These are microfiber cloths. That's what I use. You can buy like a bunch of them. And you can use our paste like it's stain. Hey, Colin, I'm going to see if I can scoot this up and see y'all's comments. I don't like it when I can't see y'all. What y'all saying? Still, it's just like, so-and-so hopped on. So-and-so hopped on. Oh, Essie, hey. Finally, I saw a comment. I'm like, where can I put this where I'm not going to mess it up? How about right there? I need some more flat space. This is going to be on the darker side. Like I said, this is one of our cutouts. We've got several cutouts that you can just use with any transfer or whatever you want. One lady ordered a bunch of, we got some small round ones. She ordered 12 for her daughter's like birthday, and I thought that was so cute. And then she just she Mod Podged the pictures on there and put it like a decoration, you know, for the party. I was like, oh my gosh, that's a great idea. Great idea. Anyway, y'all, did y'all see those gorgeous heat transfers that came out today? I love them. One is a bicycle, one's a bunny. I can't wait to get them. I ordered. I know several of y'all have ordered. And look, I don't want this to be perfect. I just kind of want it to be, you know, brown. And like I said, I'm using Espresso. And then once we get this done, we're gonna get to watercolor. And all I do is water down paste. Now, if you've got some watercolor, go ahead and use it. But I paint with paste, I watercolor with paste, I chalk with paste. And y'all, do you know what? Uh-oh, I missed something. What did somebody say? Oh yeah, if you spend $100, you are gonna get the cutest. Let me see if I got a picture of it. Freebie. It's a tote. Can y'all see that? You get a tote, you get a punch needle, you get 17 different embroidery flosses, a market tote. You get this little cutie. I have done some punching. It's very easy. I hadn't done it in a while. And it is very easy. So I think you're going to like it. So be sure if you place an order, and like if you're a Perks member, you can use your $20. Like after, you know, get it up to 100, then use your 20. And get you that free. It's called a Kickstart. It's a Kickstart to help us kick off a new year, new crafting ideas and projects. It's fun. And if you haven't done the punch, it's super easy. As soon as I get mine, I'll show you. I'll do an overhead video so it's easier to see. All right, now I'm kind of dabbing and making a little bit of a mess here. And like I said, I want some of it darker, some of it lighter. And that's what I'm getting, y'all. That is what I'm getting. I hope y'all are having a great afternoon, too. I feel like that needs to be a little bit darker. And I could have painted right on the frame, but I thought, I'm going to use that watercolor paper. I'm going to make it easy on Deb. So there's our frame. All right, now where am I going to put this to dry? Right here. I'll probably back into it. And have me a little brown spot on my pink shirt. That's always possible. It's 50 and sunny in Pennsylvania. I love it. Y'all, we're supposed to have some rough weather tonight. We've got, I think it's going to be 70 today, but we got a cold front coming. And the temperature's going to drop. The wind's going to be blowing. It's going to be crazy. All right, I'm trying to get this cleaned off and dry so I can watercolor. Watercolor. Hey, hey, hey. All right. Where is it? Y'all know I'm looking for my dryer. Y'all, you know what I decided? I wasn't going to change a thing. I'm just drying my table. I wasn't going to change a thing about my crazy crafting in this year. Let's see. Well, hey, Kathy. Oh, yes. Enjoy it, Karen. Karen says she's going to enjoy that weather. Oh, thank you. Y'all, these are from, y'all know I love Brooke, Refab Brooke. Oh, Deborah, that's cool. All right. I just don't want a paper wet before I start painting on it. Okay. So we're going to paint in some roses. Any of the stuff you're seeing behind me, you can either get it on the chalk site or you can get it on our cutout site. And both of those are listed on the page. Or if you want to type the word Lane, L-A-N-E, you'll see them too. Oh, yeah, Chris. Chris is telling somebody that sprinkle means to share. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the roses first. Not with that. Y'all, I've been on Christmas vacation for too long. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the roses. You can do them in yellow, whatever color you want to do. I'm going to do mine in a variation of pink. So I'm just wetting my paintbrush, sticking it in Couture Coral, and then I am going to, y'all, this brush, ooh, it has got some major problems. And look, you don't have to be perfect with this. And you can do as little or as much as you want. Like if you just wanted to do the roses, you could. You know, and a little bit of green and a little bit of blue or something like that. And I'm going along putting like what I'm considering like my darker spots. It looks like everybody's having some nice weather. And then I'm going to add some more water to my brush. And look, if you can't determine if it's a rose or not, then you can make it a rose or a piece of grass, whatever you want. And you see how I'm just kind of dabbing? I'm even painting upside down. Do not, you know, don't get crazy with yourself to try to be perfect. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. And I'm probably going to dry this a little bit. And then go back with just some water. I got to turn it around to see what I'm doing. I'm going to just do some stuff over here. And y'all see what I'm saying? Like, I'm dipping back into some water. That was probably too much. And I'm using dirty water too. I mean, it's not even clean. And I will use like some green up here. This is what's fun about, I'm going to call it an abstract watercolor. And look, while we're on the subject of farmhouse, and I see some of y'all are getting some rain. Yeah, we're supposed to get rain, thunderstorms, wind. We always have tornadoes. We have a lot of earthquakes here too. We're on a fault line. And look, I'm just kind of going back with just some water, going back over. And you know, watercolor to me is more of an abstract art. It's not perfect. So what I'm saying is, you don't have to stay in the lines. All right, now I'm going to go into, I need to get rid of this. Thank you guys for sharing. I'm going to use a little bit of vanilla. And I'm doing the same thing. I just used my lid. Is anybody else going to have storms today? We're having storms with all this, with this cold front coming in. All right, so now I'm going to go into my fence, and I'm just going to do a little color. I may use a little bit of brown, but I'm going to start out with this lighter color first. And this is vanilla. And I'm sure that I will get into the brown. And look, y'all, this looked pretty before I even did anything. So you don't even have to watercolor if you don't want to. Yesterday I was saying that we had a meeting about new things coming up, and I was asking y'all, and y'all said y'all wanted more farmhouse. We have got some awesome farmhouse stuff. I just need to get my rear end to working on it. And then I'm going to do some in here. I'm going to get me some clear water. And I am actually going to mix a little bit of the espresso. And look, you can use a lid like I'm doing. You can use a paper plate. I'm going to go back into some of these areas that I just did the vanilla. I just didn't want it to be as dark as my outline. You know, I wanted you to still be able to see the different colors. And if you hadn't tried this, I highly suggest you try it, because it is so relaxing. And like I said, you cannot mess it up. You can't. There's no way. And if you do, it's a piece of paper. Just crumble it up and throw it away. Y'all like my thinking? That's what I think. Or that's how I think. What do y'all think so far? Hey, Beverly. Hey, Sonia. I hope y'all are liking it. And then I am going to do a little bit of green down here. And other places too. And like I said, I'm going to extend my ground. See what I'm doing? I'm not letting it stop like where it stopped, because I've got to get out to the sides of my frame. And I'm going to say that these are tree branches up here. You know why? Because they could be. They definitely could be. I am not seeing not one comment. I do apologize if y'all are commenting. So just wet your brush a little bit. Good afternoon, Sherry. And just kind of go back and forth on your paper. Can y'all see the scene, the country lane coming to life? Give me some hearts. Give me some shares, if you can see it. Y'all are getting storms in Virginia? Yeah, y'all probably getting the same ones we're getting. Headed that way. And look, you don't have to be perfect, because, not only because I said so, but you really don't have to be. Let's see. And if you've never tried this, I hope you do. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of green. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Sherry. And then I'm just going to kind of dab around. Let me get a little more. I'm going to kind of dab around like where my roses are, you know, because there's some green there. And then I'll go back with some plain water. Kathy. Can y'all see it coming to life? And then you can just put green wherever you want, because you know there's green in here with these beautiful flowers. And look, before we get off here, I'm going to show y'all some of the new stuff. I've just got pictures of it. I don't actually have any product. Whoops, I don't know where that came from. And then I'm just going to kind of go along my fence line. And then I'm going to put a little green here and there. And a little bit here. You know, because a lot of the lane is kind of brown, but it does have some grass growing. Y'all, I'm loving it. What do you think? And then we're going to put some over here, because it's a fence line and we know we got all kinds of fun stuff growing. We got a little of this and a little of that. And because I said this may look crazy, but I'm doing it. I'm going to put some green. I do see some like limbs and stuff up here. I see them. Do y'all see them? And look, y'all, these brushes are just some from Walmart. They're nothing special. Like I said, if you've got watercolor brushes or watercolor anything, you can use it. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. All right, let me see. I see a few things I want to do. This is watercolor paper, yes. Somebody just said, is this watercolor paper? It is. You can get watercolor paper at like Hobby Lobby, Michael's. I've even gotten watercolor paper from Dollar Tree. I'm just going in and adding a little bit more of the brown. I kind of feel like I need to extend over here some of the brown, because you'll see my frame doesn't quite go all the way over. Okay. And I just realized something. Is that green? I need to come up here some more. And you'll see what I'm doing. I'm getting my framed colors in. And I'm calling this like a tree line up here. But we are going to put some clouds or some white and blue. Okay. All right. Y'all, this is so much fun. If you've got anything to paint with this afternoon, get you some paint out and have some fun. Hey Stacy, how's it going? All right, now I'm going to put in, I'm afraid this is going to be too blue. Yeah, we're going, oh yeah, that looks good. And you know, if you do too much, you can dab it off with your paper towel. Just like this. Say that you put on here more than you wanted. And you could do the green too. And then you can go back with water to kind of change up this, you know, to kind of blend it in. Just a little more water. Y'all, I'm really liking this. What do y'all think? I'm going to have to dry this really good. And you know what? I don't know if I'm going to go back over it. I may. Let me get I'm going in with a little bit more of the vanilla so that it doesn't look like so much blue. What do y'all think? What do you think? All right, look, I'm going to dry it a little bit, and then I'm going to see if I need to do anything else. Thanks, Renee. And look, do y'all see how easy? I mean, I am not. I feel like I need a little more like blue in here. When you're painting, don't spend too much time thinking about it being perfect, because it doesn't have to be perfect. Does that make sense? Don't worry yourself with it having to be perfect. Good afternoon. Hey Pat, are you just hopping on? I want to make sure I get this good and dry. I think I will go back over it with the brown. I am really liking it. I think I need to tone this down a little bit. And look, if you hold it up and look at it and you need to do anything, go right ahead. Thanks, Linda. But doesn't it look like a country lane? Hey, Roberta. Hey, Jerry. And lane is the key word. Look, while I'm drying it, I'm going to show y'all. This is a free kit that you can get. If you place a $100 order today, you get a tote bag, a transfer. Isn't that cute? But y'all, let me show you one of my favorite of the new designs. It is called Your Wings. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. I love the bees. Love grows best in little houses. These are new. And then Home Body Club, y'all. Is anybody, I love staying home. I love crafting. I love everything to do about home. So this, look at it on a pillow, on a chalkboard. You can put it on a t-shirt. I'm putting it on a t-shirt. And then this one is all about coffee. Stinking cute. I'm going to go ahead and predict if anything sells out, it's going to be Your Wings. And then last night, everybody was asking about larger letters. These are almost 4 inches. And you can write out whatever you want. Isn't that cute? And all you do is you use some tape, line it up, and spell out whatever you want to spell. Like I said, Your Wings is the one. Your wings were ready, but my heart was not. I think that's going to be like the #1 seller today. I've already got me 2 of them on order. I do not want to miss out. I want to make sure this is good and dry. So what do y'all think? Y'all like Your Wings too? Well, I mean, I have lost so many family members. I'd like to do one for each one. Yeah, I love the coffee one. Hey, Kim. And look, if you're not a club member, this month's club is so stinking cute. And y'all, I already have a shirt that says I could be meaner. Isn't that cute? Y'all probably couldn't be meaner, but I could. Well, look, I'm going to dry this on both sides. It's paper. Hey, Sherry. How many of you guys are in the club? They just started shipping a few days ago. You should be getting it soon. All right. Is this dry? Y'all, look how pretty this is going to look on here. Isn't that going to be gorgeous? All right, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go over it again with the brown. I just hope it's good and dry. And then I just look at my design and line it up. It's pretty easy to line up. And if you get it off a little bit, it's fine. It'll be perfect. It'll look like it's meant to be. It'll be perfect. I'm just kind of looking around and lining stuff up. And then I'm going to go back over it with the brown. Real quick, because I don't want it to... I don't want it to reactivate anything. And look, even if you just did like the spots you wanted to do, you totally could do that. And I'm not going to do that hard oval on the outside because I want it to kind of blend into my frame. In fact, that's all I'm doing. Talking to myself. And you can see how it like darkened it up. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? I'm gonna get my quiet dryer. So let me know in the comments right now if you're gonna try watercoloring or if you have already tried watercoloring. So pretty. Let me know, let me know. And y'all, I don't know if I should use Mod Podge. I'm just going to use glue to glue this down. Because I'm putting the frame over it. And then I can trim it. Should I go ahead and trim it now? Y'all, so many decisions. So many decisions. Once I get it all glued in, I'll show y'all what it's going to look like. I need to scoot it around a little bit. Awesome! Karen's going to try it. I'm going to just kind of draw around this and then trim it up. And then glue it down. Trying to see if I got it semi-close. I hope this pen writes. Hope it writes good enough. Probably not writing at all. I don't think it is. I never use a pen. How about a pencil? We know pencils. And I'm marking like where I need to trim it off so it fits in here better. Done a lot today. Oh, good. I'm so happy to see y'all saying you're going to try it. All right, now I'm just trimming it to fit in here better. Like I said, we have got several just frames on the cutout shop where you could put like a 5x7 or like an A size, a B size design. And this is just paper, so it's easy to cut. And you know what? If I cut it wrong, I think it'll still be fine. I am not about perfection, my friends. I'm about having fun. How many of you guys have gone over to check out the new stuff? You should. All right, I'm just going to put a few dollops here and there. Maybe do it like this. Now hold it down. You could probably Mod Podge it, like I said, but I don't have time for that. Now I've got to line up where I cut it. I probably let my hot glue. All right, now hold it down. I feel like I need to scoot over a little bit. This way. The frame's going to hold it. We all know that. Right. Ooh. Don't do that. Now I'm just going to put a few dollops here and there. Here, there, and everywhere. It sure doesn't, I mean, the sunshine, it does not look like it's going to storm. And if y'all don't know how to clean your transfers, go back to the beginning. I showed how to clean a transfer. We done all kinds of stuff today. We used paste as paint. We used it as watercolor. Lots of fun stuff. I may have to go back and trim some more. Yes, I think I will have to. Hey, Sandra. And look, hold it down till it holds. But y'all, doesn't this look so pretty? So, so pretty. I need to get my X-Acto knife to straighten that up. I hope you guys love it. I hope you're going to try it. Be sure to check out all the new stuff. And look, I am going to touch up this right here. Hey, hey, hey! So that my frame looks awesome. If you haven't done watercolor, do it. You will like it. Trust me, you'll like it. And then I am going to just glue some rope on the back. What do y'all think? Is that so easy? And you can do it. I hope you guys like it. Tell me what you think. And look, I said you could do yellow roses if you wanted to. Whatever roses you want. Hey, Hawaiian lady. Girl, I see you all the time. What you mean you just rare occasion? And then you can put some twine on the back as a hanger. Or you could stand it up. What do y'all think? Is it gorgeous? This one says 9 by 12. So easy. Hey, Jackie. Now it's ready to hang. Thanks, Helen. And like I said, be as loose as you want to with the watercolors. I hope I'm holding this straight. And like I said, we could have painted on the board, but I thought I'd use paper. Stacy, you did it in high school? Well, girl, you need to get it out again. They say what craft goes around comes back around. So I hope this is my farmhouse design for y'all today. Hope you love it. Comment the word Lane. Go check out all the new stuff. I showed some earlier. There's some new sublimations. A magnolia. Isn't that gorgeous? I love these. The bicycle, the flowers. And then all of our paste colors. You can watercolor with any of these. Paint with any of them. Y'all, go try watercoloring. I think you're going to like it. And I put the list for what I used today. So type Lane, L-A-N-E. And y'all, I will see y'all later. Thanks so much for watching. Love you guys. Have a great afternoon. And if it storms, y'all, I hot glued myself. If it storms at your house, I hope it's not rough. See y'all later.